I thought identifying the Hibiscus rosa-sinensis would be easy, seeing that it is Malaysia's national flower, making the image so familiar to me as a Malaysian. As I looked more closely at different plants which had the general structure of the Hibiscus rosa-sinensis, I saw such a range of diversity in flowers and leaves, making Hibiscus rosa-sinensis an appropriate choice of national flower to represent the diverse Malaysian human population. With such diversity of what appeared to be Hibiscus rosa-sinensis, I began to question my identification. So I went back to literature and found the Hibiscus rosa-sinensis referred to as a species complex. Then Googling the term species complex, I found it described as a group with high levels of variation in appearance due to extensive crossing between species, which makes species delimitation difficult. Alternatively, a species complex is said to be a group of closely related organisms that are so similar in appearance that the boundaries between them are often unclear. Based on Singh and Kushu, the Hibiscus rosa-sinensis most commonly found are from hybridization with, amongst others, Hibiscus schizopetalus, Hibiscus liliflorus, Hibiscus fragilis, Hibiscus coquio, Hibiscus genevae, Hibiscus arnotianus, Hibiscus stocki, and Hibiscus denisoni. That is, the name Hibiscus rosa-sinensis is often being used for interspecific hybrids. And similar to the case of the Hibiscus rosa-sinensis, the people living in Malaysia include children from matings between populations originating from different countries. That is, there is continued change or evolution in people. For example, the Malay population has several ancestral components, which are Austronesian, Proto-Malay, East Asian, and South Asian. And while some may choose to deny their mixed heritage, I am surprised why they need to deny it when a mixed heritage often leads to hybrid vigor or heterosis, which is a term used to describe the improved activity and survival of individuals of mixed genetic heritage, whether plant or animal. In fact, ancient Chinese did not allow people of the same surname to marry, as the same surname meant they were related and shared some of the same alleles. Having the same alleles, if its effects are detrimental, increases the probability that a child will express a detrimental trait. Offspring getting worse, less fit, and less fertile than the related parents is termed inbreeding depression. The Chinese no longer object to same surname marriages, perhaps because marriages amongst populations from different areas have made even those sharing the same surname so heterogeneous that the risk of sharing the same alleles for a detrimental trait is much reduced. While populations originating from one area have become heterogeneous, boundaries between populations originating from different countries have become blurred. This reminds me of a story about two of my nephews. One nephew is categorized as Indian and the other Malay. When in the same class at school, their classmates found it odd that a Malay and an Indian were cousins. Perhaps these school children are not wrong in thinking of this racial categorization as odd. Identifying a discrete unit such as race in nature runs counter to reality, where there is a continuum of forms. And with such widespread exchange of genes between people from different countries, the term race may need to be reconstructed or deconstructed. Likewise, the concept of species is debatable. As mentioned by Haldane, it is a concession to our linguistic habits and neurological mechanisms. In discussing the national flower, Hibiscus rosa-sinensis or bunga raya, Literature states that the term species complex may be more appropriate than species. Each Hibiscus rosa-sinensis plant may be the result of different ancestral combinations leading to this diverse group. While diverse, there are some general characteristics in hibiscus species, such as the bell-shaped flower consisting of 5 petals, styles usually branching at the apex with 5 terminal stigmas, the staminal tube having anteriferous filaments confined to the upper 1/3 of the staminal tube, an apicalyx of 5 to 7 bracteoles with a cup-like calyx. The leaf is simple and petiolate, with leaf veins branched and divergent. Free lateral stipules are present. Among the Hibiscus rosa-sinensis and its ancestors, there are various leaf and stipule shapes, including elliptic, ovate, cordate, deltoid, obovate, filiform, linear, oblong, lanceolate, and subulate. The leaf apex of the hibiscus may be acuminate, acute, or obtuse, while leaf bases may be cordate, rounded, or cuneate. Hibiscus leaf margins may be entire, serrate, dentate, undulate, or crenate. Now let us look at each of the possible ancestors of the hybrid Hibiscus rosa-sinensis. The Hibiscus schizopetalus is recognized by the flowers which hang downwards and have deeply pinnatified petals which are turned backward. The apicalyx is tiny in comparison to the apicalyx of the Hibiscus rosa-sinensis. The Hibiscus fragilis differs from most other hibiscus in that it has a semi-prostrate habit and there are only leaves of a single shape that is elliptic, and these leaves have serrate crenate margins. Hibiscus liliflorus has leaf margins that are entire or crenate and young leaves which are deeply trifid. The Hibiscus rosa-sinensis, on the other hand, has serrate leaf margins and trifid leaves are rare. The Hibiscus tocci is unique in that leaf margins, when dentate, have the long edge of the tooth following the leaf margin, while the short base of each tooth may or may not be perpendicular to the midrib. Leaf margins of Hibiscus tocci may also be entire. Hibiscus genevae has leaves that are rounded at the tip and base with leaf margins entire or crenate. Hibiscus boreanus is a small tree up to 8 meters tall, and unique to this species is its apicalyx lobes, which are longer than the calyx. Hibiscus coquio may also be a small tree. In Hibiscus coquio, stipules are 5 to 8 millimeters long, setaceous, resembling a bristle, unlike in Hibiscus rosa-sinensis, where the stipules are linear to lanceolate, 8 to 16 millimeters long. The Hibiscus arnotianus, unlike Hibiscus rosa-sinensis, forms a tree of up to 10 meters, has subulate stipules, and leaf margins sinuately crenate to entire. Hibiscus denisoni is unusual as it has leathery leaves. Flowers of Hibiscus denisoni are somewhat smaller than Hibiscus liliflorus and are a pale pink when blooms first open in the morning, but fade to white as the day progresses. And finally, the Hibiscus rosa-sinensis, although the botanical species or wild form of Hibiscus rosa-sinensis is rarely seen. The Hibiscus rosa-sinensis is reported to be a shrub of up to 5 meters in height, with stipules filiform, linear to lanceolate, 8 to 16 millimeters long. The leaf blade is deltoid, ovate, or lanceolate, rarely lobed. Leaf margins are coarsely serrate. Flowers may have single or double forms and vary in color. Apicalyx lobes are filiform, about 8 to 15 millimeters, and the calyx lobes are ovate to lanceolate. It is doubtful that the Hibiscus rosa-sinensis found near our homes is the native species. It is more likely the progeny resulting from matings between different species, as well as selection pressures, be it artificial or natural, acting on variants. Natural selection is also amongst the reasons for the changes occurring to human characteristics. The upcoming video will deal with how nature selects for traits like skin color and discuss common misconceptions about natural selection. The second video for next month will be on identification of yet another plant found in Nilai, Malaysia. Meanwhile, here are references you may use to explore the topic covered in this video even further. Thank you.